Hello, and welcome to TubTalks. I'm your host with Florence. Tonight we have a unique experience of having two bathtubs. I'm here with international artist Katja. I just would like you to tell me a little bit about how it's possible that you've got two bathtubs here.
Oh, to be honest, they were here when I arrived here.
And what kind of space is this?
A loft space, a kind of a home handmade space where I've been living for nine years now, actually.
Okay, wow.
But what was really a change is in this block, there was across the street there was just a factory,
Right.
like a very old factory. It's beautiful, kind of sci-fi looking. On this and then they started to build the club next door. There was the Galapagos art space, and I had this great view to Manhattan. Block.
It's gone. I remember there was a police, a repo place where they repossessed cars, like a car lot, like looking out. You could look across into Manhattan and you would just see this empty car lot. Do you remember that?
Across
Just
where?
going down.
Actually, I'm back from Beijing, not
from
from
Beijing.
Berlin this time.
Oh,
Yeah,
all right.
I was in China and then Japan, and yeah, absolutely interesting. There's also many similarities, but just the approach of people and how they talk about art is actually very different.
Mm-hmm.
Especially China. I mean, China is the biggest contrast you can choose.
What are they saying in China?
What are they saying? Like the first thing is often like, I've never seen anything like that, and then they start to discover video sculpture, anyhow, new media and installation art. So what I was going to say is that the difference in China is mainly also the medium, because new media and installation is very different. It's not so common yet.
Hello and welcome back to TubTalks. I'm your host with Florence. Here we are just concluding our conversation with Katja. I was just thinking, since we met a long time ago, maybe 10 years ago or something, I feel like you really kept at it, and you've been showing to bigger and bigger audiences and things like this. Have you been doing the same strategy the whole time, or do you change your kind of your strategy and thinking every year? How do you strategize?
Well, things constantly grow. That's for sure, because you learn. You go through a, intense learning process while you do so many shows. So you have to completely improve. I mean, this year I did, I think, 6 solo shows or something. So I'm running like a company with 10 people involved. There's a lot of growth and a lot of organization, and then the ideas are also growing. You have more and more opportunities, and you can communicate more and more, and that's very exciting, and that pushes you to go further and further, basically. But it's the same concept that I've built up many years ago with the bird's eye view, with the planets, with the video sculpture. So the body of work.
TubTalks is a series of exciting interviews in a bathtub. It's an intimate setting. It's a casual place. Not only can you have a good conversation, but you can also get clean and relax at the same time.
Is a constant involvement from a seat that was set, and I think that, for example, the bird's eye view, I think, is something that I might do forever, because it's such an interesting perspective and such an interesting view to see things.
Resonant subject in Beijing too.
Yeah, the title of my show was How Blue Can Smoke Be, which was connected to the very strong problem with pollution.
Right.
Yes.
People can't even go outside sometimes.
Yeah, it's very strong.
Yeah.
Very strong.
Yeah.
So that was an interesting place to.
I lived in Beijing. I remember I had totally black mucus for a long time. Yeah.
I have to go out of here because of the soap. I can't stay.
Oh. Thank you. Thanks for joining me in
My
the bath.
pleasure.
Thanks for having me in the double bath. Tune in next time on TubTalks with your host, with Florence. We've been talking with Katja.
Okay, bye.
Bye bye.